Morning everyone, this is Herb from the Herb Swamp, and today we're going to be talking about the Black Mulberry, Morus Nigra. Now, Morus Nigra, this is a very young Morus Nigra, and it's a very shade tolerant mulberry plant. It does need at least 3 to 4 hours of light, which I told you guys before, I am in a very shady area, but this tree does get about that much, and it has grown vigorously in this spot. For it to grow vigorously in the shade is a pretty good quality, I'd say. It does tolerate wet soil, which is something that is required for me in this area because of the shadiness and the lack of moisture utilization. So this tolerates wet soil. It's been kind of sitting in a very boggy mix here for about a week or two, and it's still growing like crazy. We just had some frequent wet rains. I'm here in Central Florida, Zone 9B, and it rains here quite frequently, so it does tolerate that. It would appreciate a dry period, and when it does dry out, I do see some pretty increased growth as well, so that's something to keep in mind. It flowers in June to July. It's a late bloomer of all the mulberries, and the fruits are typically ready in August, sometimes early September. It's a moderate yielder, so you're not going to get those heavy yields that you might get with other varieties such as like Thai mulberry and the Giraldi, Illinois everbearing mulberry and things of that sort. So it's not quite as heavy yielding, and it probably will only yield once per year. The flavor is supposedly the best of them all, but I haven't had every type of mulberry, but this is a very complex tasting mulberry. It doesn't just have that cloyingly sweet taste. It's kind of a mixture between the sweet and complex and tart. It's a very nice flavor. It's not as hardy as the other mulberry trees, so it can probably take zones 7 through 10. I wouldn't go any higher than that because it isn't quite as cold tolerant. It does require a slight amount of chill. About 2 hours of chill typically is enough for this plant. It's a self-fertile plant, and at maturity, it reaches about 39 feet. So please keep that in mind. I know that this mulberry will not be able to stay in this container forever. But for now, it's doing great. It's growing vigorously, and that is the Morus Nigra Black Mulberry. All right, you guys have a great day.